It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Hey, it's Nolan. I'm a 90s baby, I'm with all the unction. Pull up to the function, I speak with southern gumption. Life on display, beer got a couple grades. I solidify the future of my family like the dungeon. Rico, the rap Chico, the pump flavor like Pico. We'll pull a broad like a Magneto, it's Nat Geo. I'm naturally running my faculty. I swing on your team and I'm leaving without my faculties. I'm actually one of them writers you shouldn't quarrel with. Y'all stretch true, fuck cartilage. From a rough past hippopotamus, balanced like hypothalamus. I'm obviously goaded like Baphomet. Witnessing my reign, radiologist coming out the ATL. But I'm known to steal the show, no Dre TL. I'm too real, pulling cards like an ACL. Bitch, I made it all greats, call me perfect sale.
Chick, that's a cold fact. I'ma tell a whole truth, never hold back.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone's doing well out there, man. So we got an interesting turn of events going on over here. Y'all know a couple weeks ago, I reacted to the Mallory bros, and he had some weird commentary that was going around. And, you know, I did my best to critique their commentary versus their character, which is something that I'm trying to, you know, be more deliberate about and be more mindful about. And I encourage others in the space to give it a try as well. Not to say that people don't, but I'm just saying, like, I would love to see more of it. But we now have the Mallory brothers and the DJ that don't spin. It looks like they are now diametrically opposed. Although they both fall on the side of Drake Drake lovers, they're now at odds, right? There's infighting inside that house. So last week when the World Cup final took place, of course, there was a bit of conversation about the stars that showed up and who they showed up with, right? You saw A$AP Rocky with Rihanna. You saw Pharrell with his wife. You know what I'm saying? And you saw a lot of other stars that came out with their significant other and counterparts in their lives, whereas Drake showed up with Sexy Red, Chubbs, SGA. You know what I mean? SGA as in the NBA player. And, you know, there was a bit of online conversation about it. I didn't speak about it on my channel. I didn't feel like it was significant. However, there is a bit of a, or was a bit of a conversation about why Drake continues to pop out with Sexy Red, right? And why that is, like, what is the deeper thing? Is it an authentic friendship, or is he using her like a token ghetto black girl? And I don't call her that, but that's what the conversation is. Is she the token ghetto black girl to validate Drake's blackness even further, right? And of course, there was even that discussion as it surrounded the battle with Kendrick Lamar when he said, "When I see you link with Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches," right? So it all kind of ties in. And as that conversation was taking place, the Mallory brothers actually used their platform to question it themselves. And they don't like seeing Drake constantly popping out with Sexy Red, because they don't believe that is authentic. They don't believe it's real. They believe that he uses her like he would use a FUBU jersey, right? And we saw Drake start wearing FUBU a couple years ago out of nowhere when he wanted to, you know, hijack Smino's look, and he really made it look like a fucking, like the old uncle at the party trying to be young. So that was circulating. The DJ that don't spin got a hold of it. He didn't like that, right? He then tried to flip the script and say, well, using that same narrative, if I were to say Kendrick Lamar only associates with SZA to try to get black women on his side, y'all would say that I'm crazy, right? Only problem is Kendrick Lamar and SZA have had their working relationship for over a decade. They were signed to the same label, collaborators. They toured together, and as far as their status in the industry, some might view them as equal or near equal or at least close in stature. Whereas Drake is allegedly the biggest artist. And then Sexy Red is an artist who she gets way more hype than actual support. She's not all that great. She's not really a good artist. He does songs with her, but they're only the ratchet songs. You know, when he's trying to get people in that mode. Right? So, again, what started as a bit of a nothing burger has actually evolved into a back and forth because a week later, they're still exchanging jabs, right? So that leads us to today, where we're going to get into the continuation of the situation, because now the Mallory brothers have issued another response where they're responding to the DJ That Don't Spin and saying that he honors his Drake fanhood more than his own blackness, which I don't disagree with, but I'd love to see the infighting and how the truth comes to light. People you tolerant of at one point or another, when shit get real, shit get tricky. Let's get to it.
Don't even expect it. Some people showed this weekend that we both black, but you take your Drake fandom more serious than you take the blackness. Which is why you would say, I can see how she's a caricature, bro, but you already lost me at the butt. Once I figured out that that's the gimmick, then we gonna treat it like that.
Right. And it was Buddy who was tweeting me all of that black woman shit. Went to his page and he said, yeah, I would get rid of my blackness.
I would turn on the whole, he said he would turn on the whole black community before Drake. And
so
it's like, all right.
It's performative outrage. It's performative outrage. And then look, this the last thing I'm gonna say is this, yo. No nigga, and this is the only type of response a nigga will get from me. No nigga could ever put a chain around my neck. No nigga. I would never ever wear another nigga's chain. I would never wear another nigga's logo. And I ain't talking about shirts. No nigga would ever put his logo on my neck. You know what I'm saying? I got my own. And that's the difference between me and Terrell and a lot of these other platforms. Me and Terrell rock our own chains. Talk about what they call. Talk about what they look like. Who cares?
Kendrick, Cole, Drake, Jay.
Cole, Drake, Jay, it don't matter.
Even the people that you can say we stand, the other one don't fuck with them. Like, look, you in Future, you know I'm going to keep it a stack. J. Cole with me, y'all got to deal with Terrence's honesty.
I'll tell you this.
What do you value?
All the platforms that had shit to say, all the people that had stuff to say about me and Rail, right? Look at them and ask yourself, am I listening to somebody who's bought and controlled? Or am I listening to an organic opinion?
Am I listening to somebody that already clearly picked a side and is just telling me what I want to hear and feeding the algorithm what I want to hear? Or do I go somewhere where they gonna keep it a stack? Because let me tell you something, when the world go back to kicking Drizzy back in, we not gonna be on that side. We never was on that side. We gonna be right here doing the same thing. It's crazy that this is even controversial, bro.
And lastly this, are you listening to a podcast from motherfuckers who really give a fuck about blackness? Really? Like, let's say you don't like the conversation me and Terrell had. We don't have that conversation if we don't give a fuck about black women and blackness. Well, you think about it. We don't have that conversation at all. Other niggas just let it, everybody else would just let it fly. That's my thing. Ask yourself, damn, does this platform really care about blackness?
Right.
Or do they just act like it? Like Buddy on Twitter.
Well,
all right. So they didn't want to say his name. And it sounded like they had a couple of blanket statements for people out there. I did see the dude who said he would turn his back on the black community over Drake, basically say, fuck everybody. I'm riding with Drake. That wasn't the DJ That Don't Spin. However, I do believe he has those same sentiments. Let's be real, because he don't identify with what's going on over here. No fucking way. His takes be so trash. You know what I'm saying? Outside of them fucking twisting his head and rocking a beard, that nigga don't really know what the fuck going on. But, of course, they got into the chain, which was another topic of discussion a few weeks ago, months ago at this point, when Iceman album dropped. The DJ That Don't Spin was able to be like a co-host on the stream. He was knighted his OVO chain, you know, for staying down and remaining loyal through the hard times, as Drake called it, you know, which again, how is it that the so-called number one hip hop media personality is gifted a label chain from an artist for remaining loyal. Since when has that ever been a thing? Now I understand people have affiliations, people have alliances, people have crews that they've covered over the course of their career who they've become close with, but there still has to be some level of like integrity somewhere. You have to be able to distinguish something, right? But if you how can you distinguish anything if you have the artist's literal logo around your neck? You know what I mean? Now, be clear. I used to want a rock chain growing up. It's one of the most coveted pieces in hip hop memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. But ain't no way I would be on here rocking a motherfucking Rock Nation chain for my coverage of music. Now, if I were to somehow one day, broker a deal with Rock Nation as an artist, that's something different. And if I was to get one of the motherfuckers, hell yeah, fuck what you talking about. You know what I mean? But that would be for my music, not for how I speak on YouTube. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll get to the DJ that don't spin in his response to the Mallory Bros.
Complete losers. Now, they did another response. Okay?
The pot calling the kettle black. Complete losers. Nigga, have you seen yourself? Have you looked at yourself in the mirror for the last 20 years, bro?
And if you didn't know what I thought about all of this, Drake's friendship with Sexy Red or anyone else, while it's not for you to understand, I understand disagreeing with it, but trying to make it seem like it's anything more than what it is just a friendship, right? To create these narratives is disgusting in terms of, oh, he's sporting a black woman. Oh, he's only with her for... No, you're making that up. You're overcompensating for maybe some of your thoughts. You're projecting. And even then by, this whole, maybe Drake is just friends with people. This whole black woman, oh, black woman. Maybe you're pathetically pandering. Anyway,
Pandering, crazy.
These dudes double down. Listen to them, and I think they tried to respond to me, but I'm looking at both of them. I'm like, we've never heard another opinion from y'all before. We just heard the dumbest opinion from you first, and now we're hearing you sit in it. We'll probably never hear another opinion from y'all.
That's not true. That's not true, and you know that ain't true. Now, people can say what they want about the Mallory Bros. I don't always agree with them. Very rarely do I agree with them, to be honest, right? But they've been in this space for a long time. They've gone viral many times. They have a very sizable Patreon community of people that are paying for their content based on how much work they put in on YouTube. They're like, come on, man. And this is something that I don't like about this nigga, because you're not finna act like you ain't seen these niggas before. And I say that because if you had never seen them before, what compelled you to respond to the Sexy Red thing? They've had so many other takes that have gone viral. Sexy Red, is she paying you too? Like, what was it about the Sexy Red piece that said, you know what, I gotta respond to these, as he calls them, dweebs? Because I feel like it wasn't a controversial take. I think a lot of people look at Drake as somebody who uses people for validity in the black community. We've seen him do this for years. Damn near every artist he's collaborated with has been a bargaining chip for him to look more authentic to us. Right? It wasn't until he started standing next to Future and Thug and certain people where he really started talking flagrant and getting on his mob boss persona, when he really decided, I'm locked in for life with Mob Ties and Jay Prince and all these niggas. Because remember, Jazz Prince, I'm not familiar. I don't live in Houston. I don't know all the whereabouts of what goes on out there, right? But I do know when he discovered Drake, he was a square. You get what I'm saying? Him and Drake were squares. He took Drake to Wayne. Wayne was like, that ain't my vibe. About a year later, Wayne changed his tune. Years later, Jazz Prince is now a gangster. Drake allegedly. But we're talking about a decade later. So, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just giving y'all the truth. So, I don't feel like what they're saying is something that's never been discussed within the black community. You know what I mean? It may not be a major discussion. It may not be something that comes up all the time, because who the fuck wants to talk about Drake's blackness? You know what I'm saying? When black people going through real black shit every day to survive. But to act like it's completely unfounded or unheard of, where you been? And to act like you ain't never seen the Mallory brothers before? Come on, man. You are chronically online. You seen these niggas before. You acting like you ain't never seen them before. You have. And you'll see them again, especially now that you've engaged with their content. I'm going to skip past this shit if he plays their response over again.
But I'm like, listen, I'm like, fuck. These niggas is stupid.
Don't even expect it. Some people
Nope.
Straight about
both black, but you take your Drake fandom more serious than you take the black, which is why.
Yo, this is why I call these dudes K-bots at first. They're trying to make somebody being friends straight about race. Oh, you take you being black. What does that have to do with Drake being friends with Sexy Red? Drake is friends with 21 Savage, some ruthless hood nigga out of Atlanta. Why don't y'all come up with whatever theories y'all you're coming up with Sexy Red about Drake and 21?
They do.
And if you do come up with that same type of thought, basically just say that Drake can't have black friends because you don't even think he black. I've never seen people judge a nigga's friends. I'm friends with a nigga some people call a snitch. I'm friends with a nigga some people call a killer. I'm friends with another nigga people call like a cop. It doesn't matter. People have different friends. I'm friends with a chick who people call a whore. Who gives a fuck? The point is that the parasocial relationships, it's okay to have your opinion.
You friends with a girl who people call a whore, who gives a fuck, but you get on your platform and shame other so-called whores, your terminology, when it's convenient for you. You think you using yourself as an example gives any validity to this conversation or of your rebuttal? Absolutely not, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
The point that y'all are doing this ultra analyzing and y'all are trying to like impose this opinion of, oh, he's hanging with this person because he's trying to check some black box or whatever the case is. Oh, well, I guess all pun intended. That's where you're obsessed and you lose me. Because I know some of y'all probably like, yo, well, you give your opinion all the time. These guys are reading into more than what friendship is. Like, yo, you could be like, nah, like I hate when I see them together. I don't like when I never liked when I seen Drake rap with Jay-Z. I never liked when I seen Drake hang around DJ Khaled.
Come on, man. Now you never liked when Jay-Z rap when Drake rapped with Jay-Z, but you love them records. Come on, man. And he just came out recently and said, as far as music goes, Jay-Z is a GOAT, but he just don't like, whatever's going on that he perceives as this covert mission against him from Roc Nation and Jay. But Jay's goated. Your GOAT is Drake, but you never liked them getting on songs together, even though Drake has been trying his best to try to obtain Jay-Z status and has rapped about it for years. Okay.
Honestly, I never liked it. But to kind of sum it up on some parasocial type of thing, to be like, I know what Drake's thoughts are. Touch grass.
You would say, I can see how she's a character.
Oh man, he told them niggas to touch grass. Oh wow, he got outside to host that motherfucking Iceman stream. And he like, nigga, I be outside. Nigga, I got me an OVO chain at this weak ass restaurant, nigga. I be outside, nigga. I really do touch grass, nigga. I really be in the field. Fuck out of here. Goodness gracious.
Of two irrelevant bums acting like them responding to me is like, yo, like they're doing the Drake, like, yo, this is the only time I'll address you fucking dweebs. If I sit here and talked about you for 365 days, you two irrelevant fucks. If I sat here like, nigga, you should be lucky the king acknowledged you fucking peasants.
Wow.
Are you fucking dumb? The king has acknowledged you peasants. Be happy. This nigga's trying to big dog me. Yo, this is the only time I'll address a nigga. What?
No nigga, and this is the only type of response a nigga will get from me. No nigga could ever put a chain around my neck. No nigga. I would never ever wear another nigga's chain. I would never wear another nigga's logo. And I ain't talking about shirts. No nigga would ever put his logo on my neck. You know what I'm saying? I got my own. And that's the difference between me and Terrell and a lot of these other platforms.
We don't know you. I want to tell these two irrelevant peons, we don't know you.
Who is we?
This is why I like kicking y'all little niggas back in, pause, while I'm at top of the fucking pyramid. Because we don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Nobody knows you. Your mama might not know you, nigga.
You're reacting to them.
Oh, this is the difference between us and them. I'll tell you the difference between you and me. Both you bums. If y'all did a fusion dance and y'all went back in your daddy's ball sack and your mama's belly, y'all wouldn't be 1/1,000,000th of what Big Ack is. How about that one?
What?
How about that?
They already are.
How about that one? The fuck are y'all niggas talking about? Nigga, we've never heard of you niggas. We heard about you today. Nigga, we heard about you because I responded to you. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about, goofies?
He loves pulling this. He loves pulling this move. He did the same thing with Screwface, right? This nigga was going back and forth with Screwface for like a week on Twitter. Then he got on his motherfucking stream talking about, I don't know who this goof is. Never seen this guy. Screwface Gene, whatever his name is. Who the fuck is he? He's a K-bot. He's this and that. But if you never heard of a nigga, you don't know nothing about a nigga, why would you go back and forth with him for a week and then get on your stream and acknowledge this nobody? You're supposed to be Big Act. You're supposed to be the king. You don't think other people are going to have opinions about you and what you do? But I would think only the people that would get responses would be other people in the space that you would somewhat respect, or at least have seen before. You gonna respond to all the nobodies? Okay. You steal J Nolan's goddamn thumbnails. How the fuck do you get to my shit? You niggas tried to goddamn y'all tried to put the motherfucking bullseye on my Chapo interview. How the fuck y'all getting to that? Y'all niggas got Web Sheriff trying to shut down my channel. How the fuck niggas get to that? Who am I? Who the fuck is Web Sheriff? Now, of course, I'm talking about, this is a microcosm of what was happened with Drake and himself. But just for real, niggas be trying to act like they above the system, above the program, but they be in the trenches doing bullshit too. You can't have it both ways. Or if you're going to do it both ways, then you got to acknowledge that you play in both fields. I'm up here, but I get down dirty with a motherfucker. Don't act like you just above it, though. Because you took time out of your stream to acknowledge these guys. They're supposed to be nobodies, right? Who even told you that it happened if they nobodies? Why would you care? But since niggas want to play big, dog, let's look at the numbers, all right? So this is his King No Spin channel with 1,000,004 subscribers. Doing Chig Smooth numbers. Okay? But he's Big Act. He's the biggest. He doing Chig Smooth numbers. And Chig Smooth got 1/4 of the subscribers on that channel. Over on your other channel, you got 284,000 subscribers on the No Spin of Me. using J Nolan motherfucking thumbnails. We got another one. Let me move myself out the way so y'all can see. Using J Nolan thumbnails. Y'all know that fucking orange font at the top. Still got my logo on these motherfuckers too. But y'all niggas be so big. Crazy, man. And then here we have the Mallory brothers, who are supposed to not be a millionth of a percent of you. And they have 357,000 subscribers on the very same platform. So they're bigger than your backup channel, not bigger than your primary. But it's not a great world of difference. You go to their more updated channel, much smaller, 44,000 subscribers, kind of in the ballpark of what I do over here. But then when you look at the numbers, comparatively speaking, they're getting about the same amount of views that you get on the regular. So it looks to me that the algorithm of hip-hop content, regardless of the size of your channel on YouTube, this is pretty much maxed out. These are supposedly like the big dogs, 20, 30, maybe 40,000 views. You know what I'm saying? So all this big dog shit is irrelevant. But again, if y'all want to keep going at it, y'all want to keep backyard wrestling, y'all want to goddamn scoop slam each other through the ring, hey, be my guest. Y'all want to keep arguing over Drake's Blackness? Be my guest. Only entertains the people. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, so we can go ahead and get to that 41K. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there, man. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I ran for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve and grow, cause I could've been killed.